Hello everybody. I hope you're ready. We have some great new products to show you today. But before I go into the future, I would like to take a couple of minutes and to look back. So, back in 2011, we introduced our tree performance concept that is still the DNA of our implant system today. So, we have an SLA, a surface that is still the gold standard in our industry today. We have a tree bone adapt, our modern, stable implant design. We have a tree friction, our secure connection between implant and abutment. And we have the tree soft tissue concept that is probably the most unique feature of our system. So this really helps you to achieve very stable bone level and a thick and healthy aesthetic soft tissue over many years. So then in 2013 we entered the world of digital dentistry by launching Tree Plus. So Tree Plus is actually a seamless interface to all the major providers in digital dentistry. So we are fully compatible with all the guided surgery workflows and all the CAD/CAM workflows. Another very important highlight for us was 2014, the introduction of Tree Octa. So we really reinvented a very well documented and proven tissue level concept. We added the Tree Bone Adapt, our modern implant design, and especially we made our implant pink. And it was a great highlight for us to make this study back then with the University of Zurich with Professor Jung and others. And we could actually show that pink has a significant impact on the aesthetic result. So with the pink color of the implant neck, we achieve almost the same result as if we were using a zirconium oxide, what is actually white. And this was even surprising for us, and this is actually a pretty amazing result. So back then in 2014, we were discussing what's next in our development, and we really came to the conclusion that pretty much is everybody's very happy about our implant system, but there is some improvements that we can make on the handling side. So that's why in 2014 we decided to develop a revolutionary implant handling concept that I would like to present you today. So the first thing we did, we talked to a lot of doctors, and we made an assessment. What is actually the challenges that the doctors are facing today during a surgical procedure? So when it comes to a surgery, we determined that the requirements for the surgical instruments. So actually, doctors, for them it's very important to have high-end cutting instruments. They need a great visibility of the depth marking for more safety in the surgical procedure. They want to have one surgical kit. There is some examples you can see here. Some companies, they have one implant line, they have the first box, they have the second implant line, they have the second box. So doctors, they actually want to have one box for all the implant lines. And of course, they want to have a very simple workflow. We can see the example up here. So a lot of companies, they have very complicated workflows and kits, and this makes it very difficult for the doctor, but also for the assistants. When it comes to implant insertion, we determined these handling requirements. So the doctors, they want to be able to pick up the implant by hand, by ratchet, or by handpiece. And they want to have direct access to the implant. So doctors, they do not like transfer pieces, like we can see them here. But on the other hand side, we do not want to touch the surface of the implant. So there are some companies like this one here or this one here. You can pick up the implant directly, but then you have to touch the surface. So that's not what we want to do either. And the insertion of the implant has to be very safe. The retention, it must be strong enough, so it cannot drop the implant, but it mustn't be too strong. So once the implant is inserted into the patient, it must be very easy to remove the insertion instrument. And of course, it has to be very fast. If you place a lot of implants, you don't want to have a lot of handling during the surgical procedure. When it comes to cleaning and disinfection and sterilization of the surgical instruments, we found that really everybody hates these silicone grommets that all companies have today. It's not hygienic at all. There can be blood or bacteria underneath, and there is more and more doctors who use automated cleaning and disinfection units. So doctors, they also want to have a validated tray for automated cleaning and disinfection. So actually what we did, we asked them, a lot of doctors, what is their requirements. We looked at all the products on the market, and we actually came to the conclusion that today there is no solution on the market that fulfills all these requirements. So 2 years ago, we set ourselves the task to reinvent a completely new implant handling concept. So we started the development of a new packaging concept, and also the development of a completely new surgical instrumentation. Of course, what we did not have to reinvent is our philosophy. So this really applies for all R&D activities at Tree. So the basis for our success is really the Swiss quality. We never compromise on quality. Everything we do meets our highest quality standards. And so here I'm very happy to show you our new production movie that we have just finalized a couple of weeks ago.
Welcome to Tree. Tree is an innovative provider of dental implant solutions from Switzerland, active in more than 35 markets worldwide. We pride ourselves to provide a lean and intelligent implant concept that integrates the latest gold standards of our industry.
The clinical success of our products is based on the Tree performance concept that describes the 4 essential features of our implant system. Yeah. Features of our implant system. So here in this production hall, we produce all our implants and abutments in the heart of Switzerland. This production site here has a great history of world-class medical device production here in Switzerland. Our quality management processes prescribe that every single product is qualified according to all relevant criteria by highly qualified people using most modern technologies. So I'm sorry, there was a little a technical problem, but this production movie you can also find it on our Facebook site and of course also on YouTube. What is also very important for us is the performance. So everything we do in development, we do not develop any gimmick. We just develop a product that really make a difference in our customers' hand to enhance the performance in their practice with every patient. I don't want to talk about the simplicity now. I hope that you will agree at the end of this webinar that what we will present to you today is really the perfect example of ultimate simplicity you can possibly get. At Tree, we also try to think different, to think pink with everything we do. We just try to make it better, to make it a little bit smarter, and I think this is also what you will see today. So our first answer is the new packaging, and I'm very happy to show it to you today, and we're calling it tripod. So here is how it looks like from the top. First of all, what's actually inside? We developed a completely new technology for the retention of the implant inside of the packaging. So we found a new way to hold the implant without touching the surface, but it still have a direct access to the implant. And of course, we integrated the cover screw. So I'm very happy to show it to you now. Now here's the view from the top. And I'm sure you want to see it also from the side. So here it is. Here's from the front. You can see the integrated cover screw. And here is a 3D view. And I hope that you agree that this is the most beautiful implant packaging you have ever seen. So this is actually how it works. It's very easy. You open the cap, you insert the instrument, you remove the implant, and you remove the cover screw from the side. And I'm sure that all the doctors who will touch it and they will really love it every day whenever they place a tree implant in their patients. But actually, we also had to find out that the best packaging doesn't make sense without the best instrument. So I'm very happy today to also present you our second answer, the development of our next generation surgical kit. So here it is. That's a closed view. Here is an open view. And I hope that you agree this is a very simple and streamlined surgical kit. But let me explain you what's inside, because you will see that pretty much everything that's inside is completely new. So first of all, our new insertion drives. You can see them here. We have the drives, of course, for the 3 narrow implants, for the 3 vent, and for the 3 octa, and we added a very beautiful color coding, so today it's very easy to distinguish between the 3 narrow and to prevent this was a little difficult in the past. And what I would like to focus on is here the tip of this instrument. So we applied a completely new technology for the retention of the implant. So we actually have watchmakers working at our production site, and they managed to include a very small ruby ball with a spring and a plug into the tip of the implant. So what you get is a very safe retention of the implant when inserting it into the patient. And of course, we have the color coding, we have the depth indicators, and most important, we have this new click retention for a 100% secure connection to the implant. What's also new is our surgical drills. We call them 3 tiger drills. Here you can see why we call them like this. And actually, what we did is we adapted a new technology from orthopedic industry, and we are able to remove the black diamond carbon coating with laser. So today we have, instead of 6 thin markers, we have 3 large ones that have much better visibility. So before, some doctors told us during surgery it can be a bit dangerous to mistake the depth line, the 4 and 5, because there are 6 lines. And today, when you have 3 lines, it's very, very easy to keep in your eyes the line you want to have. So for instance, if you want to place an 11.5 millimeter implant, you just memorize here the end of the thick line for your drilling depth, and it's impossible to mistake the first line and the second line. We have shown it to some customers already, and they're very, very happy about it. So I think it's a very great improvement also for the surgical instruments. What is actually the key that we have even more simplicity today than we have in our old surgical kit that is already pretty simple compared to many other company, is this little adapter here. So in this entire area of the kit, we just have the isodental connection, and with this adapter we can attach all these ISO connection instrument, and we also have this click retention that goes to the ratchet. So actually, all the instruments that have the ISO dental connection, you can of course use them with the handpiece directly. You can insert them into our ratchet adapter. So we have also this the technology with the little ruby ball and the spring inside of this adapter, so you get a very nice click retention. In this way, you can use it by hand for inserting the implant, and of course you can also take the ratchet and put it over the adapter. And the same is also for the prosthetic drivers, for the taps, and that's the new logic behind our new surgical kit. And of course, we do not have the rubber rings anymore that we had in the past that didn't provide a very nice retention as we have it today. What's also important, we developed a completely new technology for the retention of the instruments inside of the surgical kit. So you can see it here. We do not have the silicon grommets anymore. It is now, the retention is directly connected to the tray, and this is much better for the hygiene. It's not possible for bacteria or blood to get underneath, and it is actually validated for automated cleaning and disinfection, and this will save you a lot of time when cleaning and disinfecting your instrument. You don't have to take them out anymore to clean and disinfect them. Just take the entire tray, you put it into the automated cleaning and disinfection unit, and that's it. So this is actually our next generation surgical kit. You see, it's very simple, very streamlined, and I hope you agree that pretty much everything that is inside is a completely new. So this together, the tripod, the packaging, the next generation surgical kit is our reinvented implant handling. And I think we can proudly say that there is no other company on the market today that has such an simple and elegant concept for the instruments and the implant handling. So we are really proud about this development. We have now a transition period until the EAO in September in Paris, where we gradually phase out the old packaging, phase in the new packaging. But we have already a great feedback from first customers, and we are really convinced that every doctor who will touch it, who will use it, will absolutely love it. So that's it from our side. Thank you very much for joining in. Do you have any questions?